Welcome, listener. This is The Internet is a Toilet. Today we're going to be listening to a little potpourri of podcasts. There's a podcast called Who Are These Podcasts, and I highly recommend that show. It's a brutally funny roast-style show, top-notch quality content, and very, very addicting. One of the segments on that show is Cringe of the Week, where the listeners send in clips from podcasts they listen to that were a little cringy. So I started sending in clips. Too many. Way too many. My clips have been used on the show, and that's friggin' awesome. So I compiled a small list of submissions that didn't even end up getting played for any reason. And I end this intro by repeating, check out Who Are These Podcasts, WATP. I'm a huge fan, a proud Cuzaroo Patreon supporter, whoarethese.com, and do whatever you want. And for those who are not used to this show, this is not our normal content. We just feature all sorts of crap on the internet, and we decided to touch the world of podcasts. On with the show. Let's start with a podcast called That's Totally Normal with Dr. T. It's a sexual education show for children. Hungry children, apparently.
Pubic hair, acne, and, you guessed it, body odor. They're kind of like the sprinkles on your puberty sundae. There are many different strains of HPV. Think of strains like pieces of popcorn. They all start out as essentially the same little popcorn kernel. However, when they pop, they expand into different shapes. Anyone else getting hungry?
There have to be better analogies out there than puberty sundaes and hungry for HPV popcorn. All right, next we have the Sisters Skleton, a horror paranormal-y type show with a classic case of can't find the right word.
What do they call the ones that you sing? Like row, row, row your boat gently through the stream.
Gently down the stream?
Yeah, okay, whatever. But what do they call those?
I don't know.
They're not fairy tales. Name. They're... Oh my God, what... I did... No. Oh my God, it's right there. I could pull it off my tips of my tongue.
Ew.
It's like... Anyway. Whatever they're called.
Nursery rhymes. They're called nursery rhymes. And plenty of nursery rhymes come from morbid things and are used often in horror movies to make the kids sound scary. Not a good look for your brand, Sister Skleton. This next one is a little long, but I want you to listen closely and tell me what you learned about co-host of the Fellas 5 podcast, Warren, from this introduction.
Hi, how you doing? I'm Warren. Who I am, I feel like that's a loaded question or a big question. I don't know. I guess I'm just me. I mean, I've spent a lot of time just kind of carving my own path and just being, who I am. So who am I? I guess I'm who I am. It's weird. A lot of my friends will say I'm private and I don't necessarily talk about myself. But and while that's true, it's not because I don't want anyone to know. I mean, I'm happy to share whatever folks want to know. You just have to ask. But I just want to make sure people actually want the information that they get from me, right? So if you ask me a question, I'll assume you want that information. So, I'll tell you that, but I won't just say, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other thing.
That clip was 50 seconds long and could have literally been shortened to, Hi, I am Warren. All right, up next, my buddy David. More specifically, the show is called The Morning Drive with David. I could only imagine it's a morning drive with David on his way to work, on his way to after he dropped off the kids. Regardless, The Morning Drive with David.
Hey everybody, welcome to The Morning Drive with David. Evening time though. What if I can start saying evening drive with David?
Okay, so the evening drive. Maybe there's a name change in the future. Let's see.
Hey everybody, welcome to The Morning Drive with Dave. Now, it's not really morning, it's evening drive right now because I'm headed to work. So welcome to The Morning Drive. This is a show where I ramble on about whatever the hell I want to. Now, you're going to hear some background noise, and that's because I actually do my show in my car.
Nothing like the sweet, soothing sounds of windshield wipers slowly clunking in the background. And on the morning, well, the evening, Okay, here's the thing. If your show's gonna be the morning drive, just say welcome to the morning drive with David and go on. As a listener, we don't even know, never mind care when it's being recorded, as long as it's good content.
Y'all got to excuse me too. I'm eating my supper on the way to work. Because that's just what I do. I really don't have anything in mind to talk about.
And lastly, okay, I'm curious about the unknown. You know, paranormal activities and such. Nursery rhymes. So this fascinated me. You will not believe what Bettina Moss had a real-life encounter with. Sasquatch? Nope. A lizard person? Nay, nay.
What in the world is that? I know that can't be what I think it is. So I'm looking and I decided, okay, let me turn my high beams on. I turned the high beams on and my worst fears were confirmed. Like I was looking at a dog man. If you could just picture its body, it was extremely muscular. If you could take like Shaquille O'Neal's stature or whatever, maybe his height, and then add a few more feet to that, and then the muscle mass, like the arms, the shoulder, and all that kind of stuff, that area, and then put a dog man's head on top of it.
Oh, stay safe out there and watch out for the dog people, listeners. I hope you enjoyed this podcast potpourri episode of The Internet is a Toilet. Again, I highly recommend Who Are These Podcasts. They didn't ask for the plug and probably don't even care. Regardless, it's great. They make fun of podcasts in a way that is one of a kind. I did my best to try to give it my own spin. And this is not the normal content of the show. And now it's time for everybody's favorite part of the show, the teaser. Next week's teaser, the teaser. Kidding.